Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about shift on the fly tuning and the new box that I developed alongside Bless Performance, and some pretty exciting stuff, so enjoy the video. So Bless Performance has finally released their shift on the fly tuning, and I'll tell you, it's pretty awesome because it allows you to shift between different power levels, your tow tune, your street tune, and your race tune. And it's transmission safe because how they do it is they adjust the load table based on, well, the torque table I should say, based on the tuning. So your old school shift on the fly tuning wasn't really safe for the transmission, but finally is. So Matt had called me up and wanted me to try it out on my truck, but the only problem is that tuning uses your cruise control buttons to shift between one tune and the other, and this truck has no cruise control buttons. So I came up with the idea of, how about we develop a box that has the buttons, basically acts like the cruise control, and allows you to activate and shift through the tuning. So here we are, and this video is all going to be all about the install of this box, and then just some driving shots and a little bit of the compound truck. So let's get right into it. I'm going to go over what you get in the box, and then go over the install. Alright guys, so before we get into the install, let's talk about what you get in the box. So first of all, you want to check, make sure you have the right part number and the right box for your truck. There's two different part numbers. There's SOTF-E for early, that's the 03 to 04 trucks, and then you have SOTF-L for the late trucks, that's the 05 to 07. You want to make sure you have the right one for your truck, otherwise the box won't function properly. Once you open it up, there's really not a whole lot to it. You get a set of instructions. Try to be as clear as I could with these, but I suggest you watch through this video if you can. It might make your life a little bit easier. Also in the box, you get a little packet. It's going to come with the hook and loop double-sided tape here, a couple of zip ties to secure the wiring, and then two Scotch locks, little taps, and a spade connector. You're only going to need one of the Scotch locks if you don't have cruise control. If you do have cruise control, you're probably going to need both of them because you're going to want to have tap into the other set of wires there. I'll go over all that in the install. And then you get the box. Pretty simple install. You get one terminal and one spade connector, and that's it. Let's go over to the truck and get this thing put in. So first step is going to be disconnect the negative battery cable. You are working with the airbags system here, the clock springs, so better safe than sorry. After that, you can remove the knee bolster and look for the 8-pin gray plug that's mounted onto the dash. Separate that connector. Then the next step is going to be to push the wedge out of the center. All you need to do is take a little pick, and on the side that the bigger clip is, you can just reach the pick in and push it out. Next step, on the left side of the connector, when you're looking at the side the wires come out, count up 3. There'll be a diagram provided. And then push the blue wire in from the back side. You can use a pick to make sure it's seated all the way. Then insert the wedge lock back in, reconnect the connector. After that, find the green wire with the orange tracer. Install the Scotch lock. I like to use a pair of pliers just to squeeze it to make sure it's all the way contacted. Then you can put the spade from the black wire. Now you can mount the box. I like to mount it next to the right side of the steering wheel right here. Tie up the wires. Reinstall the knee bolster. Reconnect the battery. Then load your tunes. Alright, so the operation is pretty simple. Once you have the box installed and you have the tunes uploaded, what you do is you just press the arm button, and then you can press, right now I'm in the bigger tune, so I'm all the way up, and then you can just press the down button to go through. So currently on my truck we only have 2 tunes installed. We have the like a high idle stock tune, and then the big race tune. On the 03 you can store I believe 3 tunes, and then on the 05 and up you can store 4 or 5 tunes. I can't remember. That's something you'll have to get with Blessed Performance to check on, but man, I'll tell you, to be able to just switch through tunes like that, pretty awesome. So you don't only have to use this if you don't have cruise control. If you do have cruise control, you can still use this setup. If you prefer to have a separate box rather than using the cruise control buttons that are normally here, you can still do this. You just have to tap the wires into the wires for the cruise control. Same pin out. You just use the provided Scotch locks that I have, or solder them in. Soldering them in is really the better way, but it's completely up to you. The Scotch locks are the quicker way. Especially it's in the inside of the truck. You don't really have to worry about corrosion too much. But I'll leave that up to you guys to decide what you want to do. Either way, this box is an option. Cruise control, no cruise control, you want that in there. And then if you want, since it's got the double-sided Velcro, you can take it off. You can use that box. So you want, I provided 3 feet of lead, so you can hold it in your hand, shift through, whatever you want to do. But either way, it is a lot of fun being able to switch from stock to tow to race or whatever you want to do without having to stop and reload your SCT and all that stuff. So as far as loading the tunes on, it's just like any other SCT tune you load up. Load it onto your device from the computer, and then you load it from the device to your truck. I have a whole video, I'll put that in the description as well, as far as it walks you through the whole how to load the SCT device, how to get all the tunes from your email and everything. And that's a pretty informative video. I'll link below in case you have any questions. If you have any other questions about the tuning, which ones are the right ones for you, your setup and all that, I suggest you reach directly out to Blessed Performance. They're pretty good guys over there, and they can get you in the right direction, make sure that you got the right tunes for your build, or if you have plans in the future, they can kind of get everything all situated for you. Aside from that, guys, you know, like usual, if you haven't already, subscribe, like the video, comment below, whatever you want to do. I'll leave my email address below if you have any questions for me. And that's it, guys. As always, thanks for watching In the Shop.